15th, 2008. Dear Yolande, I'm writing to you from my computer in Markham, Ontario, and while I feel great sadness about your declining health, and specifically about your fight with lung cancer, I have to admit that over the last several months, I have often looked back on my early years on Thornbank Road and smiled at the many memories you so lovingly provided me. While you may not agree, and this may have a lot to do with your humility, you have had an impact on my life, and for that I thank you. I really appreciate all the small things you did for me. In the moment, they may have seemed so insignificant to you in your hectic life as a young, and I may add, sexy mother of 4 kids. Yet, in the end, they meant a great deal to me. Do you remember the station wagon visits to McDonald's at Bathurst and Steeles, where you treated us all too often, and where I ate my first Big Mac, to your horror? For this, I thank you. I remember above all your generosity, kindness, and your French-Canadian joie de vivre, which made my very early years on Thornbank Road so vibrant.
So you guys gotta hang out for a while.
Yeah.
The priest is coming.
Good.
Right now.
Good.
Okay. He's finishing the letter.
Okay.
I'll just, Thornbank Road, so vibrant and fun. The open door policy on Saturday mornings, where you opened your pantry to me and allowed me to trespass on your morning solitude and watch early morning cartoons in the comfort of Alan's lazy boy chair. Thank you for your patience in accepting both the good and the bad in me, for accepting me into your home, and for making me feel like the king on Saturday morning. Long live Commander Tom and Channel 7 Buffalo. Lastly, thank you for providing me with all the alphabets, Captain Crunch, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, honeycomb, that kind of honeycombs that a kid could ever want. I could go on and on with all the wonderful memories you have given me, each memory the product of an insignificant moment. Yet, in the end, they are all really what matters because they have enriched my life. But I don't want to keep you from making the most of your day. As you know, there is always lots to do. Time is precious. Lastly, thank you so very much for your patience and your kindness, for protecting us, and for loving us all those years, and for being a part of my life. I want you to know that you have always been a second mother to me, and you will always hold a special place in my heart because of all that you have done. You are indeed a beautiful person. With love, Tom. Isn't that nice?
Wow.
Isn't that a beautiful letter?
It
That
is.
is a beautiful letter.
That these kids
They love
remember
you.
me.
Yeah, of course they do. Of course. Of course they remember you. How could they not? Because you're a princess.
It was so touching.
It was beautiful.
Do you want to read that at this?
Jeff could read it if he wanted.
Just to,
This is Jeff's friend.
I want other people to know what it was like having kids at my house. It was beautiful. I remember making them soup on Friday night. That's what I'm telling you guys. Encourage your children to bring friends to the house and treat them like your own children, not as a guest or anything like that. Okay? That's how you.
I know, Mom.
That's how you are with children.
That's right.
Yep.
Children, and insist on your child.
That's how Jeff is with Kai.
Not just let me finish. Insist on your child to have lots of respect for you,
That's right.
because that passes
I
on.
know, that's right.
That passes on. I mean, I fought you guys over that. Don't talk to me like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I mean,
Touching.
and look, how more lucky can a woman be? These children were like my children.
Yeah.
I used to shout at them like I shout at you.
That's right.
I used to do the same thing. But it was never swearing. There
Remember
was
when
no-
Paul and Todd and Tom snuck it upstairs and
Oh,
on
yeah.
Rhode Island? Remember
That
that?
one I can't forget.
You'll never forget that one, huh?
I can't
They
forget
lived there
that
for a
one.
week.
But you didn't send them home, did you?
No,
Even when you found
I
out?
wouldn't have sent them home.
You said you were going to.
Of course I did.
No, you didn't.
Because I didn't listen to me. I told them they had to go home. Rose and George were coming. I needed the room. Of course I had the room. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another memory that stays with me is Tom's grandmother. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
still see her walking
Grammy. That was
down
Grammy.
that lane. She
Grammy.
had a black fur coat on, walking by that lane. And I thought, what a beauty. You see, when you're walking anywhere, look at nature, look at everything.
Right.
That's what life is all about.
That's right.
You look at everything. And that, I didn't think that I would ever remember that. But I do remember how absolutely beautiful it was to see that old lady with white hair going to the thrill of her life to see that the Pacific Atlantic Ocean, that's the only ocean she hadn't seen. She's traveled all over the world. And she never knew when she would ever see that ocean. I said, well, I'll tell you when. You can see it next time you come to my house. And Ruth said, you mean we can go to your house? I said, not for a day, at least a weekend. And the grandmother came and hugged me. She says, you mean you hardly know me? You're inviting me to your house? I said, of course. I said, my house is everybody's house. You know, and I still have the memory of her
Yeah.
walking. And so excited, just hitting the water. So excited, making her face red. It was cold, you know. She finally saw the Atlantic Ocean. It was wonderful. That's what life is.
Relax a little bit.
Life is people around you.
Put on the oxygen.
Goddamn. People around you. It's not just getting a car or getting toys or getting this. It's not about that. It's not about that at all. It's like when you were driving that old truck that
was
looked like
great.
a
I love
cow.
that truck. The cow.
Yeah, I love that truck.
It looked like a cow.
That was a great truck.
I thought it was beautiful.
I miss it.
I thought it was beautiful.
That's right.
Something like that. You know, I mean, I guess the way I see beauty is different than what you see beauty.
Well, no, I think
You
we,
know,
I think we
but
all, we all.
I don't see beauty with money. I see beauty. I don't know what I see it with, but I see beauty. I lay here in the morning. Sometime I wake up just when the sun comes, you know, and I look and I think, how lucky I am. Here I am in a room where I'm looking at the branches. Sometimes it's windy and all that. I could be living in one of these places where poor people live. I could be living there.
Right.
But I don't. I've got a place
Plus,
at
you
my,
have the sergeant major here in charge.
Huh?
You have the sergeant major in charge.
I have to start
You
with.
have the